had just signed that record deal.
Yeah.
Them two songs was not working. What was the meetings like? What was the atmosphere with the business?
Well, the good thing is I'm signed to a label that's heavy into investing into the development process of artists. So Atlantic is never the label that is going to put 2-3 songs out and expect it to be a hit, and if not, we done with you. You know what I mean? So they
You
knew.
sure though? I don't know if you can say that for everybody. Atlantic ain't as patient. Again, I believe
Well,
you're
they've been
viewed as a
patient with
Swiss
me.
Army knife because you're viewed as a Swiss Army
But I've
knife.
seen them be patient with other people.
Not with everybody though.
I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for the
But you
things
have
I've
been
seen.
so 100% of the people that you've seen, they've been patient with.
Yes.
Okay. Then
From
knowing
what
his
I've seen.
participation.
From what I've seen. And
I
this
gotta
ain't me
bag up.
pandering.
Knowing his
This ain't me
participation.
pandering or nothing. I've seen them be patient with people that's literally went to the top of the game, came back down, and went to the top again. I've seen them be patient with somebody as far as a Burna Boy for 6 years before Afro Beats was even clicking like that.
I didn't even know he was over there for 6 years.
They was there all the way up until last.
But I think, and this is a good conversation, I think Burna Boy represents a unique market, though. So from a label
But it's also
standpoint,
something new that takes time to build out.
yeah, but just like you saw in 2010 that the phones was gonna affect the way that content is going, they're forecasting as well.
Yeah.
And so they understand that worldwide market is developing even without their involvement.
No, for sure.
Right?
For
And
sure.
so Burna Boy checks a box for them. No matter if he's profitable in this moment or not. When we deal with rappers, they got a list of rap niggas.
Yeah, but it's also Burna Boy's a risk at the time that they signed it.
Depending on the investment.
What do you mean?
I mean, how much of a risk if they haven't got no real money tied into it?
But they put money into it to get it to where it needed
Yeah,
to go.
not real money.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm talking about
not
the
saying,
Lucian Grange package that Kanye be talking about.
I don't
one
know
of them,
about the Lucian Grange
yeah,
package.
but one of
I ain't never
them,
been
one of
signed
them
to Lucian
record label.
Grange.
You know what the package is though. In the label package,
I know. Here's what I say, because people be having that whole package and button thing misscrewed, right? The whole package conversation is a lot of that shit really be coming up to your internal team. And what you and your internal team is
What you
coming
mean?
up with. Meaning like, okay, let's take someone like a Travis Scott. He has a Cactus Jack, which is a team.
right?
Right? So I'm pretty sure like when you see his colorways for his Jordans, him and his team is sitting down coming up with these
Right.
things. And then they're going to Nike or going to whoever and saying, this is what we want to do.
Right.
And then Nike calls their people and they help pour gasoline on the fire that they created. You know what I'm saying? So when people say the packaging, it's not like a label just comes in and gives you your identity.
Well, let's back up because
Okay.
when we deal with that perspective, I think that's more on the brand side. So I think we are a little bit more influential and powerful when it comes to brand recognition and what our brand is gonna look like,
Yeah.
right? But we're talking about the back end. So what I'm speaking about when they talk about pressing a button or the package, labels have now bought up all of the digital real estate, right? So when you deal with Apple Music on these front pages, some of these playlists, this is digital real estate that's been purchased by the labels,
Yeah.
which means that you can only get on here by way of the labels.
That's not necessarily true.
Well, not necessarily, but from
But
a market.
you have a point because labels are connected to these services,
And they
so
pay-
they do have slots. It's
Yes.
the same thing as radio,
Right.
right? But your music still got to be good
Facts. Well,
because
does
they can
it?
put you in that slot and people gonna click that song, and if people don't rock with it, that shit gonna start going like this until it makes it out of the playlist in a week. So the label could do everything with called Apple Music. You and your team still got to get in that motherfucker
So do
and
you
make
think
something magic for it to stick up there.
So you don't think that there's a Drake song or some of these bigger artists songs like a Gunna song or somebody that's a bigger artist that may be in a time where it's unfavorable for them, but they're still keeping it number 1, 2, 3 because they are associated with a big label?
I'm saying, regardless, the song is still good.
Thanks for watching this clip from It's Up There podcast. To see the rest of the interview, click one of the boxes on the screen. Also join Discord and Patreon to be in our community.